Hello everyone, today our topic is how to add tag to Xperiencify student and ActiveCampaign contact for Airtable record. So here I have synced my Xperiencify account with ActiveCampaign in such a way that I have added all my students that I have in my Xperiencify account as a contact in ActiveCampaign. Now what I want is that whenever I will create a new record with my student details in Airtable, then automatically by capturing those details of my record, I'm going to give tag to my students in Xperiencify and I'm going to give the same tag to that same contact in ActiveCampaign. So for that, I have to build a simple connection between Airtable, Xperiencify and ActiveCampaign. So for building this connection, I'm going to use Pabbly Connect, which is an amazing software for automation and integration. In Pabbly Connect, I have to use trigger and actions. In trigger application, I'm going to use Airtable. In action application, first I'm going to use Xperiencify, then I'm going to use ActiveCampaign. So how I'm going to build this connection? For that, let me take you to my computer screen. I hope all you can see my computer screen. And today we are going to see that how we can add tag to Xperiencify student and ActiveCampaign contact for Airtable record. So here what I want is that in my Airtable, I'm getting the records of all the students that I did a survey for, and I have selected all those students and add them in the courses according to my survey. Now what I want is that I want to give tag to these students, and also I have added these students as a contact in ActiveCampaign. So I want to give the same tag to that contact also. So here my objective is that whenever I get a record of a student in Airtable, then automatically I will give a tag to that student in Xperiencify, and I will give the same tag to that contact that I have created in ActiveCampaign for that student. So I want all this to happen automatically, and for doing all this automatically, I'm going to use Pabbly Connect. So with Pabbly Connect, I have to build a simple connection between Airtable, Xperiencify and ActiveCampaign. Now whenever we will add a new record in Airtable, then automatically by using that record details, we will first search for our student in Xperiencify and we will give a tag to that student, and automatically we will use the same contact or the same student details to find that contact in ActiveCampaign, and we will give the same tag to that contact too. So here by using Pabbly Connect, we are going to build a simple connection between Airtable, Xperiencify and ActiveCampaign. So for using Pabbly Connect, what I have to do is I have to open a new tab and search for pabbly.com/connect, and this will take us to this landing page of Pabbly Connect. Here we have two options, sign in and sign up for free. If you don't have any account with Pabbly Connect, then you just have to click here on the sign up for free button, and it will take only 2 minutes of your time and you will get 100 of tasks free every month. Or if you already have an account, you can just sign in and you will get to see this page. So these are all the apps that Pabbly offers, and we are going to use Pabbly Connect here. For that, I have to click here on this Access Now button under Pabbly Connect, and this will direct us to the dashboard of Pabbly Connect. Here, this is the workflow section, and we can see all the workflows that we will create here. And this is the folder section. We can create new folder here, and we can save any workflow in any particular folder that we want. Now here, I want to create a new workflow. For that, I have to click here on this Create Workflow button, and this window will pop up. Here I have to name my workflow, so I'm going to name it as my objective, which is to add tag to Xperiencify student and ActiveCampaign contact for Airtable record. Now I'm going to select the folder where I want to save my workflow. So for that, I have to open this tab, and in this tab you will find all the folders that you have created in Pabbly Connect account, and I'm going to use this particular folder of Airtable. So I'm going to select this and I'm going to click on create, and this will take us to this most important window of our workflow. Here we have two boxes, trigger and action. So these are the two main principles on which our workflow works on. And trigger says when this happens, action says do this. So trigger is going to be the first step that will get executed in our workflow, and action will just follow that. So we have to set up our trigger first, and here my trigger application is going to be Airtable. So I'm going to select Airtable here. Now I have to give a trigger event. So I'm going to open this tab, and new record will be my trigger event. So I'm going to select this, and I'm going to connect Airtable with Pabbly Connect. So I'll click here on connect. I will click on add new connection, and I will connect with Airtable. Now here I have to select my base, so I have to click here on this add a base button, and in this I'm going to use this base of Xperiencify student data, and now I'm going to grant access, so I have to click here, and my connection here is successful. So my base here is already selected because I have already selected this base while creating this connection between Airtable and Pabbly Connect, and in my base I have two tables. So let me take you back to Airtable, and we are using this table 1, And in this, we have all these columns: first name, last name, email, phone number, course, and the created table. So this is the most important column, and we have to create this column with this column field, which is created time. And we have created this column so that we can receive this response automatically to Pabbly Connect. Now let's go back to Pabbly Connect. And here my base and table is selected. And here we have this same important note which says, to capture the trigger response for the action new records, you will first need to create a field in your table scheme with the field name created and set its field type as created time. So we have already did this. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on save and send test to quiz button. And here we can see I have received this response. So in this response, I have the details of the student that I had in my Xperiencify course, and also I have this contact in my ActiveCampaign account too. So here I have the details such as first name, which is demo, last name is user, I have the phone number, I have the email address, which is demouser@pabblytudes.com, and I have the course name, which is of PHP course. So here I have received this response, and if you don't receive this response instantly, then you don't have to worry because this is a polling based response, and within 10 minutes you are going to receive the new response from Airtable. So with polling time, what is going to happen is that in every 10 minutes, Airtable is going to search for the new records that are going to get added in our Airtable base, and automatically within 10 minutes, Airtable is going to send those responses automatically to Pabbly Connect. So here I have received this response, and in this response I have this detail of the student and also the detail of the contact that I had in my ActiveCampaign account. Now what I need to do is I need to first give a tag to this student in Xperiencify, and after that I need to give a tag as a contact in ActiveCampaign. So for that I have to set up my actions tab. So I'm going to open this tab, and here my action application is going to be Xperiencify. So I'm going to select that, and here I have to give an action event. So I'm going to open this tab, and add tag to student will be my action event. So I'm going to select this. And now I have to connect Xperiencify with Pabbly Connect. So I have to click here on connect. I will click on add new connection. And for connecting Xperiencify with Pabbly Connect, I need an API key. So where I'm going to find this API key? For that, let me take you to my Xperiencify account first. And in this, I will go to accounts. And here I have this option of advanced settings. So I'm going to open this, and I'm going to scroll down. And here in the last, I have this Xperiencify API key. So I'm going to show this, and I'm going to copy this API key. Now we'll go back to Pabbly Connect, and I'm going to paste that API key here. So I have filled my API key. Now what I need to do is I need to click on save, and my connection here is successful. Now for giving the tag, what I need is I need the email of my student and the tag that I want to give. So I have received this response from my Airtable record. So I'm going to map those details of the student here, and I'm going to use mapping. So what mapping is? Mapping is a technique through which I can retrieve the data from the previous tabs, and the data that is changing will get replaced with the new data in the real time. So for mapping, what I need to do is I need to click here. I will open this response of Airtable, and in this is the email address of my student, which is demouser@pabblytudes.com. So I'm going to select this. So this is the student that I have in my Xperiencify account. Now to check this, let me take you to Xperiencify first, and here I will go to students. And here we can see I have this student of demo user. So I'm going to open this. So this is my student, and the email is demouser@pabblytudes.com. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a tag to this particular student, and we have the courses. So this student is added in PHP course for beginners. So I'm going to give a tag of PHP course to this particular student. Now let's go back to Pabbly Connect, and here I'm going to give tag of PHP course. So I have to click here. I will open the response of Airtable, and this is my tag, which is PHP course. So I'm going to map this. So I have filled all the required details. Now I have to click on save and send test to quiz button. And here we can see I have received this response. So this is a positive response, and this means that I have added a tag to this particular student. Now to check this, let me take you back to Xperiencify. I will go back. And here we can see I have added this tag to this particular student, which is demo user. Email is demouser@pabblytudes.com, and this is the tag which is of PHP course. Now let's go back to Pabbly Connect, and here we can see that I have added this tag to this particular student of Xperiencify. And now what I need to do is I need to give a tag to the same contact in ActiveCampaign. So for that, what I have to do is I have to add actions tab here, and first I have to set up my lookup table. So I'm going to select lookup table here. And now I have to give an action event. So I'm going to open this tab, and lookup table will be my action event. And I'm going to connect lookup table with Pabbly Connect. So I'll click here on connect. So why we are setting up this lookup table? Because in ActiveCampaign, we need to first create tags for giving the tags to the contacts, and we need the tag ID for those particular tags to update contact with the tags. So here what I need to do is I need to give my label and value. So in the label, I'm going to give my tag name, and in the value, I'm going to give the tag ID. So I have created two different tags for the courses in ActiveCampaign. So I'm going to create my table here. So these are my tags, which is of PHP course and Node.js, and I have the tag ID which is 1 and 2. So these are my tag IDs. Now what I need to do is I have this option of lookup key. So I'm receiving this lookup key from my Airtable record, and I'm going to map that here. So in this Airtable record, I have this course name which is of PHP course. So I'm going to select this. So this is going to be my lookup key. Now what is going to happen is that I'm going to search for this lookup key or the course name in my tags, and I'm going to get the tag ID from this lookup table. So I have to click on Save and Send Test Request button, and here we can see I have received this response. So in the response, I have received this tag ID for this particular course of PHP course. Now what I need to do is I need to use this tag ID to update my contact with the tag. So for that, I have to add my last actions tab, and here my action application is going to be ActiveCampaign. So I'm going to select ActiveCampaign here, and now I have to give an action event. So I'm going to open this tab, and create or update contact will be my action event. So I'm going to select this, and I'm going to connect ActiveCampaign with Pabbly Connect. So I'll click here on connect. I will click on add new connection, and for connecting ActiveCampaign with Pabbly Connect, I have to give a API key and the URL. So where I'm going to find these details, for that, let me take you to my ActiveCampaign account first, and here I will go to settings. And in this, I have this option of developer. So I'm going to open that. And in developer option, I have my URL and API key. So first I'm going to copy this API key. I will go back to Pabbly Connect, and I'm going to paste that here. Now I need the URL. So I will go back to ActiveCampaign. I'm going to copy this URL. I will go back to Pabbly Connect, and I'm going to paste that here. But in my URL, I don't need these HTTP tags. So I'm going to remove that, and this will be my URL. Now what I need to do is I need to click on save. And here my connection is successful. Now what I need is I need the email of my contact. So I have received the email address of my student from Airtable, and I have used that same email address as my contact in ActiveCampaign. So I'm going to click here. I will open the response of Airtable, and this is my email address, which is demouser@pabblytudes.com. So I'm going to select this. And first let me take you to ActiveCampaign, and we will go to contacts. And here in contacts, we can see I have this contact of demo user. So I'm going to open this contact. So the first name is demo, last name is user, email is demouser@pabblytudes.com, and I have the phone number. And in the tag field, this is empty. So I have to add the tag here in this contact. So let's go back to Pabbly Connect. So this is the email address of my contact. Now what I need to do is I need to give a tag ID. So for the tag ID, what I need to do is I have to first toggle on this map button, and I'm going to clear this default response. And here in the tag ID, what I'm going to do is I'm going to map the value that we have received from the lookup table. So I have to click here. I will open this response of lookup table, and I'm going to map this. Now what is going to happen is that whenever we are going to receive a new record from Airtable, then automatically all these details that we have mapped here in these tabs are going to get replaced, and we are going to get new responses. So here I have filled the required detail of tag ID. Now what I need to do is I need to click on Save and Send Test Request button. And here we can see I have received this response. So this is a positive response, and this means that I have added a tag automatically to my contact that I had in ActiveCampaign. Now to check this, let's go back to ActiveCampaign. I'm going to refresh this. So here we can see that I have added this tag of PHP course to this particular contact of demo user, and this was the same contact of the student that I had in Xperiencify in my course of PHP course. So here we can see that I have used my Airtable record, and after using that Airtable record, I have first given a tag to my student in Xperiencify, and automatically I have given the same tag to my contact that I have created for the student in ActiveCampaign. So here my connection between Airtable, Xperiencify and ActiveCampaign is working successfully. Now let's go back to Pabbly Connect. And here we have built this automation between Airtable, Xperiencify and ActiveCampaign in such a way that whenever we are going to receive a new record from Airtable, then automatically by using that Airtable record, we are going to give a tag to that student in Xperiencify, and automatically we are going to give the same tag to that contact that we have created for the student in ActiveCampaign. So let's summarize what we did here. So first I have set up my trigger, and my trigger application was Airtable, and my trigger event was new record. Then I have set up my action step, and first I have used Xperiencify, and here I have used add tag to student as my action event. Then I have set up my lookup table, and in my lookup table I have used the tag key and tag ID to give the tag in ActiveCampaign. And in the last I have used ActiveCampaign as my action application, and my action event was create or update contact. So this is how I have successfully created this workflow, and you can also create this workflow by following all the steps that I did in my workflow. And I'm also going to put the link of my workflow in the description so you can check it out from there, and thank you for watching this video. Not just these applications, you can automate and integrate a lot more applications like this by using Pabbly Connect. So if you want to reach out to us, then email us at support@pabbly.com, and if you have any queries, then you can write us at forum.pabbly.com, and if you have any issue with the pricing, then you can visit this link. And if you like this video, then please like, share and subscribe. Thank you.